Okay, Sting, moment of truth. This is a straight-to-DVD movie about the life of Sting. I've never seen it before, I know it's got a religious message behind it, and I know it's supposed to be pretty bad, because I'm sure if this was actually good, people would be ranting and raving about it, and as far as I know, no one's ranting and raving about it. So sit back and watch this movie with me. Let's go on a magical journey and learn every little detail about Sting's illustrious career. I'm fully expecting for no stone to be left unturned. I want every juicy detail about the man called Sting. Quick side note, check out the DVD cover. Sting looks like a PS2 character render. This really doesn't fill me with confidence. That right there is Sting's eyeball. I assume this is a young Steve Borden seeing wrestling for the first time and getting drawn in.
Two little cats.
Ooh, smoky Sting.
It's unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at WTTG, Washington, D.C. And here comes the man of muscles, the original Italian stallion, Bruno Sammartino!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your World Championship of Wrestling main event of the evening. Let's do it!
Okay, it's Jeremy Borash, and he's announcing a WCW main event match. So the movie takes place during Sting's time in WCW. The movie was actually released in 2004. What's going on here? This is the Impact Zone, and that's Jeff Jarrett. Old Double J gets in where he fits in, doesn't he? You just can't escape this bozo. Would it have been so hard to record this with the TNA branding taken out? It's kinda nuts that they'd leave TNA logos everywhere while saying this is a WCW match. And yeah, you're probably saying, well, only a wrestling nerd would care about such a thing. But, call me crazy, though I think this direct-to-DVD movie is intended for no one else but wrestling nerds.
There's a reporter guy out here to see you.
A reporter guy? It's Dave Meltzer. Sting is not amused.
The door was open. They said it was okay. I'm with the newspaper. Well, here you go.
Christ, lad, calm down. It's only Sting.
All right.
Oh God, you're gonna get a stinger splash now, you silly shit.
Done. I'll get that.
Use that.
Thanks.
Man, this little meeting's getting off to a wonderful start, isn't it?
What paper did you say you were from?
Oh, the Banner. And thank you for taking the interview. It won't take long. Just a couple of questions. Oh, I was in the tunnel when you were coming into the ring, and I saw that you got something out of your coat pocket and you looked at it. It's almost like you were praying. What was that you got out of your...
Lint. It was lint. Too much lint on one side, it throws my balance off inside the ring.
Huh.
What? Alright, so obviously Sting's trolling here, but that that lint was in his jacket. He doesn't wrestle in his jacket. I can already tell this movie's gonna be fantastic.
Thank you.
Sit down. Let's just get this over with. Go ahead.
Well, thanks. All right. Do you always do interviews with your face on?
No, he fucking rips his face off when giving interviews.
I mean, do you ever take off that makeup?
Thanks for clarifying, Dave.
But, well, of course you take off the makeup. I mean, but do people recognize you when you wash?
You here to talk about fashion? Or you here to talk about wrestling?
Yeah, Sting, I agree. This dweeb's asking the stupidest questions ever. Ask him about the important stuff, like when RoboCop saved him at Capital Combat 1990.
If you want to talk to Sting, you talk to the paint.
Come on now, you know, I didn't mean anything. I just... Did you have a plan or what?
No, I didn't have a plan. It was just a whole lot of one thing leads to another.
Haha, you deserve that, you prick.
You ever been to Cali?
Been to L.A.?
Southern California.
Lower Alabama.
No, I'm talking about beaches. I'm talking about sand. I'm talking about sunshine. Disneyland.
Alright, again, call me crazy, but I think this is stock footage. Stock footage found deep in the vault because the image quality shifted really badly just now, and it keeps shifting in quality with every clip that gets played. This has already gone on way too long. Let's skip ahead.
There was nothing like growing up in Southern California where fun is an art form. My relatives from Nebraska used to say that there was something in the water that makes the people strange. Well, you know what? I think it's hope. California used to be the land of opportunity before taxes took over.
Like you didn't have to pay taxes at one point if you lived in California.
The ad said that Charles Atlas turned from a 90-pound weakling into a he-man admired by all men and loved by all women. When Grandpa grew up, the whole bodybuilder thing just stuck with him. He hung out with all the bodybuilders, he worked out with all the bodybuilders, and he tried to stay in great shape his entire life. My dad, on the other hand, he was a football guy. To be honest, I like soccer and basketball, but my dad, he loved football, so football it was.
Wake up. Get your head in the game. Get on back out there.
Daddy Sting was an asshole, a cigarette-smoking asshole who made his kids play a sport they didn't like. I'm sure when young Steve became a pro wrestler, Daddy Sting was very, very proud.
Growing up is never as easy as it looks. In my case, it's probably taken longer than it should have.
Surfer Sting having the time of his life. Alright, that's an extended time to be upside down on a roller coaster. I think there's some camera fuckery going on here. I'm already tired of the montages, and what's more annoying is that Sting's cutting in every now and then to talk about his young days, meaning I'm afraid to skip anything in case I miss something really, really important.
You're young, an athlete, you think you're invincible. Heck, you know almost everything there is to know, at least about girls and cars. You find out later that cars you know about, girls, well, that's another story. I really worked hard. After a while, I started to look like one of those guys in Granddad's comic book. Yeah, I tried college for a while and I did a lot of different jobs, including bartending and bouncing, but my passion was bodybuilding. I decided I was going to be the next Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, he was Mr. Universe before he was governor. Did you see him in the movie Conan? He didn't get that movie because he had a way with words.
Completely burying Arnie's acting abilities right here. His performance in Conan was god tier, mate. Don't know what movie Sting was watching.
They say even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. I happened to be at the right place at the right time because I was approached by a buddy of mine who asked me if I wanted to be a partner in a health club with him.
That's what being in the zone looks like right there. That's peak fitness, ladies and gents. No mercy for the weak.
I thought, how could it get any better than this? One day, this big dude named Terry comes into the gym for a workout.
Terry? As in Terry Boulder Hulk Wood from the Hood Hogan Balea?
Some of my staff started freaking out. You see, Terry was Hulk Hogan.
Called it.
The king of professional wrestling. I had no idea that our paths would cross again in the future.
Would have been real nice if they actually filmed a bit where Sting met Hogan. Instead we get a PWI cover. Hogan was probably asking for too much money, or he was busy that day. He maybe had tryouts for Limp Bizkit, or he was solving some sort of international conflict. No point in trying to find someone who looks like Hogan to play the role, because no one on the planet looks like that giant hot dog.
This guy named Rick Bassman comes walking in and he's got 3 big guys with him. They're looking for a 4th guy because they want to break into the pro wrestling world with Rick as the manager. Well, they hit on me for 2 or 3 weeks and I kept saying no. And then finally, I said, why not?
Lock it in. Wrench it on. Let me see some pain.
To be fair, the stuff Sting's saying here matches up with everything we've been told about his actual backstory. The whole TNA and WCW thing is a bit of a flub for sure, though I'm sure this was just because the WWE wouldn't let Sting use the WCW branding for this movie. Anyway, this must be when Jim Hellwig becomes part of Sting's life. Whoop-de-doo.
No, 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 you moron. I don't believe you're in any pain. This, gentlemen, shut up, I'm talking. This is pain. This, you'll make them believe. And you gotta make them believe. Get in the ring. What's your whining? You gotta make them believe that the ballet is real. Like you're near death.
Team U Ryback, if such a thing could even exist.
Something's about to snap, and they want to hear it. Your body has to tell the story. Your mouth has to tell the story. But more importantly than anything, your eyes must tell the story.
His eyes make him look stoned to the bone.
You gotta make them believe the unbelievable. For if you don't, you're doomed to the land of the pancake slug. And what's a pancake slug, you might ask? That, gentlemen, is a pancake slug. Any questions? Good job. Well, you think this is funny?
Yes.
No, sir.
Think you can take me? I think you just need your butt kicked. What would happen if someone just drop kicked you right upside your head? Oh, it's fake. Is that so, Mr. Smart Boy? It's not fake until I teach you. It's not real. Joey, you two grab a board. Any questions, pretty boy?
I learned a lot from that old boy. Have you ever done something just like plain crazy?
This guy snorts Special K off of Hooker's ass cheeks. He's an absolute animal.
Crazy? Crazy.
Crazy.
No.
Well, Rick had decided we needed to look the part for this little field trip to the big game, so the four of us bought a ticket and strolled into a packed-out arena wearing bright blue spandex. What happened next is beyond explanation. The first big-time wrestling event I had ever been to, we walked right into Hulkamania. As it turned out, Rick was onto something. We were mobbed, signing autographs and the whole deal. I guess this is one time where spandex and muscles made the man. We got some photos made in our spandex tights, and then we sent them to every wrestling promoter in America. Those pictures of the four guys in the bright blue spandex got the attention of one Mr. Jarrett, a promoter from the Mid-South region. He said he liked the looks of the two big guys on the left of the picture. Now that was me and Hellwig.
The motherfucking Blade Runners. The guy playing Sting doesn't look half bad with the black face paint on. Not sure about the Warrior guy though.
Hellwig eventually became the Ultimate Warrior. He was a bodybuilder who won the Mr. Georgia contest. He also studied to be a chiropractor, which came in handy in our new line of work. Mr. Jarrett asked us if we had a car. I said yes, and he said good, because you're gonna need it. I guess that southern accent must have hypnotized me. Up until then, I thought I was a fairly intelligent man.
My god, another montage. This movie's going to be like 20 minutes of dialogue and 70 minutes montage. In the midst of this montage is this. And my god, did that spook me out. Was getting down to that stock guitar funk track and you put that on the screen, completely killed my vibe. Road tripping with Jimmy Hellwig and Stevie Borden. Can only imagine the conversations these two had about hot topics such as working out, nutrition, face paint, and working out, and face paint, riveting stuff.
So I guess you could say the Hulkster saved me from a life as a health club professional.
So, there you are. You're now in the glamorous world of professional wrestling.
Oh, yeah, glamorous.
You're going to show us a breakfast montage now? The exciting act of making a tuna sandwich?
So tell me now, have you heard? The good book got the word. Tell me, have you heard about a good Lord boy?
Alright, this song is fucking amazing. And he's not making a tuna sandwich, he's making a tuna and orange smoothie. Absolutely delicious.
When you're in the business of having big muscles, you need protein. There's nothing like a cold glass of orange juice blended with tuna to make you really understand the good life.
I have diarrhea just watching this. Sting's arsehole's going to be like the Japanese flag when this comes out the other end.
When the devil try to come to town, he gonna try and drag you down when it comes around. You know it drags you down.
Well, it was an eye-opener. Culture shock. I left beautiful Southern California and went down to the middle of the South. The way of life was completely different, especially on the road. In those days, we were traveling 200 or 300 miles one way every single day of the year. We did a lot of wrestling and a lot of driving.
Alright, the song's terrible now. You played it way too long and my ears fell off. Skipping on.
We were only making 25 to 50 bucks a night. I just slept in my car sometimes so I could eat the next day and have enough money to call my girl in California.
Hey, baby. How are you? I don't know where we are. It ain't California, though.
There's nothing quite like watching a one-sided telephone call, is there?
I haven't heard from her forever. Hellwig. Yeah, he's in the men's room. He's a braver man than me.
Warrior's in the restroom because he had a tuna and orange smoothie for breakfast too. The bathroom's an absolute war zone right now. Total biohazard.
Okay, but I need to go find a tree. Okay. I love you too. All right, man. Show me your tree.
The pooch is like, you're not pissing up my tree, buddy. Find your own tree.
Hello, Memphis, and welcome to Mid-Southern Wrestling.
Alright, it's Scott Hudson, and I think he said Mid-South or Mid-Southern Wrestling, but if this is Jarrett's promotion, then it would actually be Continental Wrestling. I know Memphis is in the Mid-South, but when you've got the Mid-South promotion, it makes it kind of confusing, but anyway. Borden and Hellwig would also be known as the Freedom Fighters at this point.
Tonight, we see the debut of the tag team everyone is talking about. None other than the muscle men from the West Coast, Flash Borden and Jim Justice, the Freedom Fighters.
Well, they got the tag team name right anyway. Impressive.
My boys are gonna mess you up so bad.
This actually doesn't look terrible, does it? He kinda does look like Sting from this era, and the face paint definitely helps. Also good to see they didn't use the TNA brand in here, which makes you wonder why they used it earlier on. Okay, let's skip on. I'm sure you didn't come here for the action scenes, and if you did, you would have been disappointed anyway.
So he was a 285-pounder from Georgia, and I was a 260-pounder from Venice Beach, and together I guess we were 500-plus pounds of wrestling fury.
Oh, boy, man. What a great way to start out, huh? I guess everybody was really into Sting, huh?
No, not yet, because Sting wasn't here yet.
Dave Meltzer didn't do his homework. Like 2 minutes on Wikipedia and he would have known all this.
No. I was still Flash Borden. That's the way I started my wrestling career. Flash Borden. And there wasn't anything flashy about me or my partner. We were pretty green, pretty bad. We had reputations for hurting other wrestlers in the ring. It was pretty bad.
The other boys called Jim and Steve the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because they were so fucking green.
No, wait a minute. If you were there, then Sting had to be there. I mean, am I missing something here?
Yeah, you are. You're missing 2 years. You're missing 2 years of me sleeping in my car, bad payoffs, dressing in dressing rooms that were actually made for livestock.
So the truth is, you really didn't have much of a personal life, huh? Oh, man, come on. All those women screaming your name every night. Now, the readers want to know, was there somebody special?
Yeah, one. Her name was Sue, and she was so special, I had to marry her.
Montage, love montage, Sting and Sue montage. We get it all here, such as the two sharing some food, some dangerous driving with the pair holding hands, Sting pointing and laughing at a deformed bird in the sky, Sue walking around aimlessly while thinking she's in a shampoo commercial. We really do get it all, folks. Skipping ahead, the two get married after knowing each other for like 2 days.
There was no way the former Susan W. Himes could have known what she was getting herself into. We were poor, in love, and living in a place stranger than Nashville, Alexandria, Louisiana.
What are you trying to do with all these candles? Raise the dead? Summon the devil? Potentially burn the fucking house down? Okay, we get it. My God in heaven.
I had Sue convinced that wrestling was going to put us into the big bucks. But what she didn't know is that we were going to be sleeping on the floor. For a little while.
I love you. I wrestle 9 times next week. Okay. We can get some furniture. At least a mattress. I know.
Wait, so she decided to get married to Sting and she didn't know they couldn't afford furniture? I mean, is the realization just hitting her now that their house is empty and they have to sleep on the cold hard floor? Maybe you should have thought about this before spending a whole $18 on your wedding. You could have bought a nice framed picture with that or something to hang on your wall. Even a poster of Michael Jackson would have done, anything at all. Actually, weren't they just eating in a fancy restaurant? Screw that, Sue has to start drinking fish and orange smoothies too. No more luxurious cakes at expensive dining establishments.
Jim and I both went solo. He became the ultimate warrior and I became this new persona that had blonde hair and wore spandex tights with neon colors. I was a babyface, a good guy, and that's when the Stinger was born.
Backstage at the Centroplex in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Terry Taylor not here. The TV champion no-showed us, missed his flight, apparently. Hammerjack will step into the ring.
Hammerjack, not Jackhammer, but Hammerjack. Also, Terry Taylor no-showed. That's probably a good thing.
1-on-1 against Sting, broken away from the First Family. What an opportunity for Hammerjack.
That's right. The opportunity comes to me because he couldn't show up. Terry Taylor, thank you very much. Sting, the pretty boy from California. Let me tell you, I'm going to beat your eyes out, send him to the back of the room so you can see me pin your lifeless body right in the middle of the ring. Let me give you a little advice. You can't turn your back on a man like me, Hammerjack.
Hammerjack, listen to me.
Okay, first, sick promo from Hammerjack. I like the line about sending Sting's eyeballs to the back of the arena. Second, this looks like that time Jeff Jarrett put on Sting's face paint.
The only thing you're going to hear in the ring is snap, crackle, pop with the Scorpion Deathlock. And you're going to be on your back, looking at the lights, brother. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3, see ya.
That's tonight right here at the Centroplex.
No need to watch this. Hammerjack, the big confused jobber that he is, loses the Sting. I'm sure the actors went through a little training to put these fights together, but it still comes off as very cheesy. It's probably the music, to be fair. Let's skip ahead.
Even with being solo and moving to Texas and Sue working, we just couldn't make enough money.
Hold on just one fucking second, mister. Is that one of the Bozo brothers? Backer Michael Liker himself, Harris brother number 1? Or even worse, could it be Harris brother number 2? I can't believe this. This movie went from about a 3 out of 10 just because Sting's in it to a -5 out of 10. I'm not happy.
We saved a few bucks because we rented one of our rooms out to a wrestler named the Angel of Death.
Angel of shit?
We started living on our credit cards just to get by. I remember the night Sue and I were driving back. We were coming across Interstate 10, heading west. And I looked at my young, beautiful bride and said, let's just keep on going. If we keep going, we'll be home in 3 days. And I could smell the ocean.
That fridge is in a real bad spot, or the door's in a bad spot. Either way, something's going to end up getting broken.
If you're there, Lord, if you can hear me, help me.
We are not going to rip the movie for having a religious theme. Live and let live, people. Don't be a jabroni.
I'm desperate. I'm so close. I mean, you know my brother Jeff. That's got to count for something, right? I mean, I am this close to making it huge in the wrestling business. I just need someone to open that door.
Hulk Hogan breaks the door open. I am here, brother.
Help me. God, please help.
Honey, I hit the jackpot mining your clothes. $10.
She found Sting's emergency tenner. He was keeping that for a special occasion. Might need a Red Bull and a Slim Jim. Might need some gas. You don't steal a man's emergency tenner, lady. Put it back right now.
Let's go for pizza.
Somehow calling on God, which is a call I never made before, seemed like the only option. What I did find out is that God does hear prayers of desperate people and helpless wrestlers. I also found out he has a sense of humor. I never thought I would say that God used hamburgers to keep us out of the poorhouse, but he did. Parties called and wanted me to appear at one of their grand openings of their fast food restaurants, and it was for money. They advertised their grand openings and I appeared for them. They said my name on radio, TV, and in newspapers. When I prayed that little prayer in Arlington, Texas, I had no idea how God would get it done. To this day, I have a warm place in my heart when I see Hardee's.
Man, Sting, so good to meet you, man. Let me tell you something. Ric Flair, crush him. I hate that guy, man.
Oof, get a load of this fucking raging Mark.
I mean, you know, it's like you're awesome in the ring, and just wipe him out. You don't want to see you break him, man, in that ring, okay? Can you do that?
Of course I can do that.
Yeah, just write it on there, man, right on there.
What's your name again?
Bob.
That's right.
Oh, this is great.
I will crush.
I'm very Shepherd. I'll be watching now. I'll be watching.
Thank you.
Jeez, Bob really doesn't like Ric Flair, does he? And haven't we, jumped ahead quite a bit in the timeline? The very next scene features footage from WCW, Great American Bash 1990, and Sting's first world title win. You mean to tell me Sting went from losing his emergency tenner to winning the world championship in a week? Would have really liked some backstory about Jim Crockett Promotions, but that is asking way too much out of this movie. I'm still shocked they called Hellwig and Borden the Freedom Fighters. That's the best bit of trivia we're going to get out of this abomination. Anyway, Sting wins the world belt, so he must have loads of money now. Hooray.
All of a sudden I felt what it was like to be hot. I was headed to a new place. I was headed up. I was an item.
I'm out. Yeah. Have a good weekend.
Hey, excuse me. Aren't you Sting?
Yeah.
My name is Simeon Nix. We have a mutual friend.
Who's that?
Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man.
Yeah. How do you know Ted?
We went to a couple of pastor conventions together.
Okay. But I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
Catch a plane, see the family. But
so you're leaving? You're gonna get on a plane and?
Yeah. I'm gonna go home and see the family.
Yeah. Hey, Sting. Let me ask you something. If that plane goes down, do you know where you'll spend eternity?
Alright, gotta jump in here and say, this is a weird way to help a brother see the light. Literally putting the fear of God into the poor guy.
Sting, do you mind if my friends and I say a prayer for you right now?
Go ahead.
Dear Father.
That was a very strange moment. I mean, I was sweating bullets. The only thing I could think is, what if some of the wrestlers walked by? Ric Flair or the Four Horsemen? Then I was thinking, the next time I see Ted, I'm gonna punch him right in the mouth.
In Jesus' name, amen. God bless you.
So there I sat on the plane, and actually for the first time in my life thinking, Steve, what if this plane really does go down? There are no second chances.
Sting, time to go.
Oh, man. How much time do I have?
50 minutes.
Alrighty. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You're a real interesting person.
So are you.
Interesting. Yeah, he's a real interesting person, alright. So now that Dave Meltzer's gone, I wonder who Sting's going to talk to for the remainder of the movie. Anyway, we're still in the WCW era, I assume, and Sting has a match against Abyss. Okay. Again, no TNA branding, so it does make me wonder, again, why it was visible in the first match. We still cut to the Impact Zone to see fans holding Sting signs and what have you. We even cut to fans holding up signs that say TNA, so they didn't really care about these wrestling parts. I really can't see anyone but die-hard wrestling fans hunting this movie down, so it's strange that they didn't take more care during these bits. Maybe it was intended for die-hard Christians, maybe this movie was only sold in church gift shops, who knows. Moving on, Sting wins, shocker, and then things get kinda dark. Sting heads back to the locker room and he starts taking pills and drinking. He also really likes looking at his own reflection while doing these nefarious acts, and he has a thing for terrible music.
You are miserable. You gotta sleep tonight, big boy.
And from here, we move into a montage of WCW matches as if they are a continuation from the previous Abyss match. For wrestling fans, it's a bit confusing, it's a bit jarring for sure, but all you need to know is we're in the midst of Sting's WCW run and he's taken a lot of pills to get by. You know, maybe he's so messed up that he actually thought he wrestled Abyss in WCW. He's maybe confusing Abyss with Vincent. He finishes his match and he heads outside the arena.
You're Sting, right?
Yep.
Great show tonight.
Thanks.
You need a ride somewhere?
No, not with you.
No, there should be a limo coming here any minute to get me.
How's your body take it?
Well, you know what? When you're a human Super Bowl for a living, you just kind of get numb to it.
The man in demand.
I mean, I'm to the point now where I just want to do the event and then just go back to my room at the hotel, you know?
What he's trying to say to you, Mr. Backer Michael Liker, is please fuck off. I want to be left alone.
You know, I've been married for 28 years to the same woman. Still love her too.
So?
My line of business and marriage, they don't go together very well. What about you? You got kids?
Yeah, actually I do. They're all out of the house now, except for the surprise. He's 3. He is wonderful.
He said that like he wasn't sure what he thought about his own kid. He's a little shit.
I got 2 boys. 2 little boys. Yeah. How long you been riding a Harley?
I bought it a couple years ago. My wife likes to say that I'm in a midlife crisis.
Yeah, sounds about right.
You sure you don't need a ride somewhere?
No, I'm good. The limo should be here any minute. That is, unless my buddies stole it and I don't know.
Hey, you know, if you wait around long enough, you can go right on back inside for services.
Services?
You know, church.
Church?
My dad was a preacher. He was a Bible man. Good man.
Sounds like a lot of people actually forced religion on this thing, doesn't it?
Yeah. No. I'm not going. You guys party your little hearts out tonight. I'm not going. Yes, I mean it. I'll see you guys in San Antonio. See ya.
Yeah, man, I used to be a party boy. It gets inside your head sometimes. Just makes you a fool.
Hey, there it is. Hey, it was good talking to you.
Hey, pure pleasure.
All right, man.
So Sting's limo shows up, someone's having a great old time in there, but the icon isn't in the mood for partying. He tells the driver to take him to his hotel room while this party fiend can go wherever he wants. He can go to the Shadow Realm for all Sting cares. It's not as glamorous as you'd expect, is it? I would have thought WCW guys would be in big fancy hotels and not run down shitholes.
Yeah. Yes. I told you I was coming right down. Yes. I know. You're in the bar. I'm on my way. Okay. See ya. Bye.
Yeah, kinda wish he went out the door so we can see the Stinger get absolutely mangled at the bar, delivering scorpion death drops to unruly customers and what have you, partying with Kevin Nash and arguing about the lack of work rate inside the ring, but instead he's going to sit and read this stupid letter from his bird.
Dear Steve, there are not words to describe how much I loved you when we first got married. We had such big dreams and so much hope for the future. We had no money, but at least we knew how to laugh and have fun. Now look at us. We have everything and more than we ever dreamed of. 2 incredible children, big beautiful home, money in the bank.
I bet she still takes the emergency tenor.
Steve, we have sacrificed so much over the past 10 years, and for what? We never experienced the joy of being newlyweds. We traveled over 300 days a year. We have spent almost every holiday, birthday, anniversary, and so many other special times apart. I can't believe you almost missed the birth of our first son because of wrestling. I wish we could give it all back and start over. I feel so distant from you. When you come home from a road trip, everyone and everything else comes first. The gym, your friends, and the kids, of course. Steve, you are an awesome father to our boys. They adore you and are so excited to see you when you come home. I wish I could say the same for me. It's just so hard on me now. Your being here is just a painful reminder of how far we've drifted apart. I'm at a loss for what to say or do about us anymore. We have spent countless hours talking. You agree that we need work on our relationship, tell me you love me, and nothing ever changes. Steve, please be honest with me, please.
Can't even go out and make yourself the greatest wrestler in WCW history anymore. Can't even go out and earn millions of dollars. Can't save Nitro from the New World Order. No, nothing's good enough for Mrs. Sting. My God.
What is it? Why are things the way they are with us? Is there someone else? I need to know.
Yeah, Lex Luger.
We can't go on like this anymore. Love, Sue.
Something is wrong. We got everything. She's got everything. Gosh.
Kinda feel bad for the Stinger. The consummate babyface, and he's still getting the old heave-ho. There's a Monday Night War going on, lady. Sting's needed on the road. Let your man fight the good fight and maybe he'll come home for Christmas. If Sting can't save WCW, then no one can. Don't you understand how serious this is? You're being a bit selfish, Mrs. Borden.
When you're thrown over the top rope and you land on the cement, or you get whacked with a metal chair, you don't have to pretend that it hurts. Wrestling fans just got to the point where it seemed like they needed a human sacrifice in order to be entertained.
It's not that, mate. I think I speak for the vast majority of us when I say we don't want a human sacrifice. That would be a bit gruesome and would probably get you kicked off TV. Some proper, logical booking would be fantastic though. Maybe not so many NWO run-ins, give the cruiserweights a bit of a push, you know. Also, who's Sting talking to right now? The reporter left ages ago, so is Sting narrating his own life story to himself? Is he still talking in the mirror? Anyway, Sting's in a 2-on-1 cage match. It gets violent with chair shots, a lot of smoke, and Sting using his baseball bat. Sting wins. I know, it's another shocker.
The stages are going up tonight. These ramps will be filled with people, the Superstation and the Braves, then CNN. And now he has taken what used to be a carnival sideshow and turned it into a gold mine. Yes, wrestling has become prime time for the masses.
Wait, why is Samantha of Channel 5 Sports talking like Ted Turner just bought WCW? Isn't this supposed to be like, 1998? Yeah, this isn't news, Samantha. Get yourself a new job.
He is making these giant men into millionaires with movie star status. And the man that has the entire wrestling world talking is the mysterious crow-faced warrior Sting. Not since Hulkmania hit has one guy brought so much attention to the sport. John?
Sting's going to the rafters. Must be to practice his famous entrance, or maybe he just wants to hide tonight and not wrestle. By the way, I had to replace the music here due to copyright, though I think my song selection fits in with the footage we're seeing right now, as in, it's absolutely shite. I know all you manly men won't admit it because you're too manly, but I've no problem admitting that I've got a fear of heights. I don't know how Sting did this every week. Like, I'm fine on roller coasters and stuff, but being really high up without being really, really secured? Nah man, not for me. I feel my balance going off and everything. I'm a pussy.
It's gonna be good. And by the way, name's Charlie. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Good to meet you too, I think.
Oh, you'll be fine. Just like riding the elevator. I learned how to do this in NAM. Lots of people trying to shoot my butt off. All you have to do is land in that ring down there they're about to set up.
He learned how to do the Sting entrance in NAM. The Vietnamese saw this guy coming from the rafters and they were like, oh hell no, retreat.
You ever seen anyone mess up before, Charlie?
Only the ones that didn't listen to old Charlie real close.
Okay, I'm all ears, Charlie.
Okay, listen. This is gonna make you famous. Those men in the suits that you work for, they hired me because I'm the best, all right?
Yeah, those suits, the suits that have never been up on a catwalk about 200 feet high, they've never been in the ring, those guys?
Maybe so, but they must think you're pretty hot stuff to pay the fee that I'm demanding in order to teach you how to fly.
Well, you know what?
Now, I have rigged more fancy pants movie stars and action heroes than you can shake a stick at. You don't think I'm the fancy pants kind, do you?
Well, as a matter of fact, you're the only client I have that brings a baseball bat to work. Not that you use it for baseball. I saw that stinger splash last night, man. That's some mercy.
Yeah, you were at the matches last night?
Oh, absolutely. Backstage, my partner Hank and I. You do some dangerous stuff flying around that ring, I'm telling you.
You know, some people don't give us any credit.
I think this has been the most interesting part of this movie so far, and I'm being serious too.
Charlie, I don't think this is a good idea.
Look, man, hey. Listen, these ropes are your wings, all right? I'm promising you, it's gonna make you famous.
No, I'm not doing it. How do I get down? Excuse me?
Here's the way.
Huh?
Here's the way right here.
Okay, so I did it. And yes, I was scared, but you know what? That one stunt took us to a whole new level.
Alright, we get a good montage. Sting making his famous entrance during his feud with Hogan in the NWO. Weren't the guys who rigged Sting up also responsible for rigging up Owen Hart at Over the Edge 99? Yeah, I looked this up. The guy who did the rigging was named Bobby Talbert, and the exact same shackle and release was used on both Sting and DDP in WCW. DDP was lifted into the air when Sting saved him from the NWO. I actually think Dallas done it twice on Nitro.
All the money in the world, don't you? Big house. And I'm miserable. I am miserable.
Montage 132. This time played in slow motion with some motion blur, seeing as Sting's on a buzz. Again, kinda annoying because Sting comes back in a few times to talk about how messed up he is, so I don't want to skip ahead. I'm being forced, against my will, to watch this bollocks.
How many things can one man take? Tell me. Till the weight on his shoulders causes his will to break.
I gotta stop this madness. Oh, man. How are you gonna do that? How are you gonna stop the madness? I'm gonna put my gear on and I'm gonna be Sting. I'm gonna beat my chest. I'm gonna rappel out of the ceilings. And I'm gonna make everybody scream. It's not working. It's not working.
What a day that was. I was invited to go to this big thing called Promise Keepers with my brother Jeff. It was 40,000 men in one place, and it seemed like every speaker was talking right to me. I mean, I was feeling really guilty about all the stuff I'd been doing on the road, and I got a little emotional and thought, you know, I really do need to clean up my act. But the next week, I was back in Atlanta doing a big WCW Nitro show with 20 million people watching on TNT, where the Stinger is king.
20 million. That's a bit of an exaggeration. So it's another WCW montage here, and it's all over the place. We jump back and forward from 1998 and 1999. We'll just pretend Sting can't keep his story straight because he's about 10 beers deep.
You know, it was really strange, but after a few weeks, the spiritual glow just kind of faded in the light of being a superstar. Sue and I started arguing again, and we were like two ships passing in the night. I was back to the old habit of loving the perks of fame. Being Sting had become my life. What? Oh, no. Sorry about that. No, the hotel, I asked them to put the privacy caller thing on, and anyway, the fans are like driving me nuts. Their phone's been ringing off the hook.
Another one-way phone call, fill in the blanks. Sting's talking to his wife, he's asking about his two boys. Garrett and Stephen are being little bastards and Sting tells them to toughen up. He hasn't got much to say about his work. He says it's just another week in WCW land, which means there was probably another cliffhanger ending, and Tony Schiavone said it was the greatest night in the history of our great sport. But then Sue thinks Sting could be dipping his wee stinger into another woman, and the conversation goes downhill. Let's listen in.
What? Am I alone? You gotta be kidding me. Why in the world would you even ask that question? What does that mean? Are you insinuating? It sure sounds like it to me. You know what? This is one of those times we probably just need to end the conversation, because I'm going to be on a plane tomorrow, I'm going to fly home, and we'll just talk about it when I get home. Yeah. It's because we can't get past 60 seconds without having some kind of an argument. Yes. Okay. Bye. You gotta be kidding me. Please.
Okay, from that serious conversation to Sting shilling some WCW merchandise. I bet this stuff was all from Sting's personal collection too. The budget for this movie seems so incredibly low that I can't imagine them going out and buying these action figures and what have you. Also, Sting in a suit. It's just kinda weird, isn't it? We've got it all, folks. Action figures, flags, commemorative plates so you can eat your Sunday dinner right off of Sting's face. Top quality merchandise, ladies and gents. I think the point they're trying to get across here is Sting's got a lot of money and he looks weird in a suit. Who's this, Jay Brown? They must have remembered that Sting actually needs to narrate his life story to another human being, so they're giving us a little stinger, or a big, overgrown basement-dwelling stinger. This guy definitely caught every Pokemon, twice.
Who are you? How'd you get back here?
I'm the college reporter. I'm here for the interview for the internet.
The interview for the internet.
And what college did you say you were from?
Barrington College.
And what is your name?
My name?
Your name.
My name isn't important.
What, do you got a strange name or something?
It's a girl's name.
Okay. My curiosity's piqued. What's your name?
It's not important.
No name? No interview!
Gail. My name is Gail.
Gail.
You call that guy Gail? What a fucking girl.
You got a cell phone on you, Gail? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna call your mom and dad right now. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, no. My mom always wanted a girl.
Gail? Gail Ann? Dude, I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
Gail's a lovely name.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's also a girl's name. Only a guy named Gail would paint his face like Sting while interviewing the man himself for the internet.
So kids at school watch wrestling?
Oh yeah, everybody.
How long have you been wearing makeup?
Whenever I watch you on TV or, go to one of your matches.
What about the kids at school? Do they dress like this?
No, but there is this tall chick who thinks she's the Undertaker.
If there was a world title for cringing, like really, really hard, I'd be the champion right now. Undisputed.
Okay.
Oh, okay. When you moved from the blonde Sting to the dark Sting, was that like a really difficult decision to make that evolution?
Well, I'll tell you what. Yes and no. Yes, because the wheel wasn't broken, so why try to fix it?
And no, it wasn't a hard decision because wrestling was changing and wrestling fans were changing. And I knew it was time for Sting to change too.
I thought the wheel wasn't broken. What are you talking about, Stinger?
You've been involved in some really great angles like NWO, Horseman and Flair, Luger. Do you have a favorite one of any of those?
The Lex Luger mentioned there was a bit shoehorned, wasn't it? NWO, Horseman, Luger.
Sorry, man, you're just really intense, okay? I'd say the NWO. Really nothing tops the NWO.
Yeah, during the Wolfpack years, you seem to be having a lot more fun.
It was more relaxed, not quite so tense, sure. But, you know, I think that was probably the beginning of the end of WCW.
Sting sounds like someone who comments on Reliving the War videos. I love you all, I really do, but I've counted at least 15 WCW incidents where you guys have said this was the nail in the coffin for WCW, or this was the end for WCW right here. Guess it really shows how many massive mistakes WCW actually made during the Nitro era.
Do you remember that match with Hogan at Starrcade 97? That was absolutely, hands down, the most anticipated match of all time.
Alright, clips from the Sting vs Hogan Starrcade mess. They don't include the dodgy finish, they don't include Nick Patrick's quote-unquote fast count. The clips are all out of sync, but you get the idea. Sting wins, he saves WCW from the NWO. The rest, as they say, is history.
Do you think that that match lived up to the hype, or that there was too much hype to live up to?
You know what? There was a lot of hype there, and we were selling out in arenas all across the country, and gosh, it was the biggest selling pay-per-view in the history of pay-per-views, any kind of pay-per-view. So, yeah, it was big hype, but Hogan's knees were bad. My personal life was a mess. So I think both those things combined probably didn't quite measure up to the hype.
I heard you got religion.
He says it like it's some sort of disease. Heard you got religion, brah. You better get to the clinic and get that seen too.
Where'd you hear that?
On the web.
You know what? You're a good kid, but my match is coming up and you gotta go.
But I've got a lot more questions.
There's a PR person out there and she'll load you up with a stack of Sting t-shirts. How's that? By the way, it's not makeup, it's paint.
You know, I've always said the same thing.
As the paint from this guy's face begins to pale more and more with every shot. They needed to get this guy off screen before his actual scary face got revealed to the whole world. Or the whole 4 people who bought this movie on DVD.
Brothers in paint, man.
Yeah, man.
Wolfpack. Stinger splash.
Woo!
Alright. You gotta go, okay? It's time for my match.
Oh, when you're out there in the ring, like right before you go on, can you think of me or like send me a sign somehow, an audience?
Proper stand right here. Proper stalker material. Put this man in jail.
Better yet, how about you and me? Tag match. You and me against whoever they put in front of us, huh? What do you say?
Of course, man!
I can't do that. Get out of here!
I understand, it's cool. Don't want to break your focus.
Fuck you, guy. Got him.
Interview is over with, bro.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you're cool too. Brothers in paint.
Forever, man.
All right.
Alright, more footage the WWE won't let me play for you because Super Brawl 8 is such a moneymaker for them. Sting beats Hogan and he wins the WCW title again. You know, what's going on here then? It seems a bit spooky. I'm scared.
Hey!
Maybe the Stinger took one too many pills. Our boy's having a bad one. Don't worry, Stinger, it'll end soon.
Where's the door?
Oh, hello. Maybe this isn't so bad after all.
Who are you? Where am I? I just want to get back in the building. Where is the arena? I just want to get back in the building. Just tell me. Listen to me. Get away from me.
Nah, it's bad. There's nothing worse than dealing with drunk assholes when you yourself are not a drunk asshole too. Alright, no lies, absolute banger right here. Makes me want to get wiped out and start hallucinating too, just like my hero Sting.
What is going on? Get away from me! Who are you? Get away from me!
Yeah, here we go again. Bom, 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 bom. Maybe this is the true origin story of the Crow Sting character. He's remembering the hardships he undertook when morphing from Surfer Sting to Crow Sting. This is what the creative meeting looked like in WCW. In all seriousness, I'm totally confused right now. I know Sting's going through a hard time, but I'm not exactly sure what the message is supposed to be here. He's on an operating table? What the fuck is going on?
There is no help, Sting.
Oh, it's the fake Sting. Yeah, because when I trip balls, I also see Wildcat Chris Harris standing beside a steel cage.
There is no help, Sting.
Bom, 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 bom. What exactly are these unlicensed doctors trying to do? Open heart surgery? Are they trying to give Sting a boob job? What's happening here, mate?
Oh my god. Oh man. Oh my god. Get away.
This must be when he gives himself up to the Lord. That dream was just way too trippy. I don't blame him. If I went through that dream, I'd seek immediate help too. Or I would dose again. Fight fire with fire. That'll work for sure.
Dear God. I can't do this on my own anymore. I cannot survive on my own anymore. My way is not working. All the applause and the wrestling, it does nothing for me. Oh, God. Please, Jesus, help me. If you're there, I'm taking you. I'm telling you, I'm going to live my life for you. I'm giving my life to you because I can't do this anymore. I want my family back. I want my life back. I don't want to take pills anymore. I don't want to drink anymore. I confess my sins to you. And I'm asking, please, could you just take them away? And I give my heart to you. I give my life to you, Jesus. Please, just clean me. Cleanse my soul. Thank you, Jesus.
Look, I'm not a religious man at all. Not at all. But Sting did give it his all during that bit right there, didn't he? Fair play to him. If this is what sets you on the right path, then fair play. Whatever.
If any man be in Christ, he is a new creation. Old things are passed away. All things become new.
Well, that ending was pretty rough, wasn't it? A crazy fever dream just pushed Sting over the edge. It's kinda dark, but there you have it. The whole movie was terrible, to be fair. I did get a kick out of Steve Borden's parts, and as mentioned, you can tell his religion means a lot to him. But as a movie, as a biography of one of the greatest to ever do it, it falls flat on its face. It's a bad wrestling movie. Terrible script, terrible acting from everyone except the actual Sting, and yes, I'm probably giving Sting a free pass here because I'm biased. The editing is all over the place, the inconsistencies with match footage and the timeline being all messed up. It's a movie for wrestling fans, but even fans who had a fleeting interest in 90s WCW would be able to tell you that they messed up big time with the footage they used in the movie. It's actually kinda dumb giving this any kind of review because, well, it's a straight-to-DVD movie from Dove Canyon Films, and from a quick Google search, you'll learn that Dove Canyon Films specialised in religious movies or movies about Christian faith. So it's probably safe to say the boys behind this movie weren't expecting it to win any Oscars. Sting was probably just doing them a solid by putting the movie together. So yeah, there you have it. It wasn't for me, but it's another wrestling movie we can say we watched, I guess. Thanks for watching, folks, and please take care.